Hey YouTube, Kira Qualia here, bringing you all my Cardfight Vanguard Worble Dragon deck profile for October 2025. Wanted to update the Worble deck. This is from the Cardfight Vanguard Nintendo Switch game reveal as an exclusive deck, then released in the Knights of Rebirth booster set. We got some new promo support this month for the Worble Dragon deck, and we won't see any more support till set 11, which will get some more cards for the Worble deck. So just wanted to keep the deck up to date with everything that I've changed in it since the last video, and as I said, including the new promo card. It definitely does help for consistency in the deck. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the deck profile. We'll go ahead and start off with the ride deck. For our ride deck, we have the energy generator with our starter being Lizard Soldier Jisen. When rode upon, if you want second, draw a card. Our grade 1 is Demonic Dragon Mage Joku. When rode upon by Drag Ritter Azahar, Energy Blast 3, draw a card, choose one of your opponent's one of your vanguards, and it gets plus 5,000 to end of turn. So just a draw and plus 5 option. So very useful with the use of our Energy Blast. Our grade 2 is Drag Ritter Azahar. When this unit is rode upon by a grade 3 with Worble in its card name, choose one of your vanguards. The cost of that unit's original auto ability is reduced by 1 counterblast to end of turn, which definitely does come in handy because then we have the last ability of Worble that requires the option for counterblasting to restand, but also additionally, with the copy in our ride deck, we're running 3 additional copies in the main deck. Also, at the beginning of your main phase, energy charge 3. So on top of the energy charge we get from the energy generator, we get 3 from Worble as well, making it just very, very easy to build up our energy generator, but we're going to need it for all the abilities in the deck. You energy blast 3, choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. If you did not retire a card, it gets plus 5,000 to the end of turn. If your opponent's vanguard's a greater than or getter, it gets plus 10 instead of plus 5. So added boosted power on top of the Persona ride, but also on the Vanguard circle once per turn at the end of the battle this unit attack. If you energy blast 6 or more in total for the cost of this unit's abilities, this turn, counterblast 1, stand this unit, and it gets drive -2 until the end of this turn, and soul blast 1 card with the same card name as this unit, and it gets drive +1 till end of turn. So having the drive option recover, but also for the fact that the energy blast ability that we mentioned before is not a once per turn, so you can retire your opponent's rear guards with this card, and then just have more and more of this unit gain power to do so. Our grade 2s, we're still running the 4 copies of Drag Ritter Bishara. A good grade 2 for the deck, just being able to, when it's placed on rear guard, choose a grade 1 card with Worble in its card name. And with this card from your ride deck, and you may reveal it. If you revealed a card or you have a grade 3 Vanguard with Worble in its card name, counterblast 1, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, retire it. If you did not retire a card, draw a card. So draw power on top of retiring units. And when this unit gets plus 5 for every energy blast 3 paid for the cost of your act ability of your grade 3 Vanguard with Worble in its card name this turn. So the more you use the retire ability of Worble, the stronger you can make your Bishara after doing so. I'm also running 3 copies of Drag Ritter Kawakazuch with this card, and with this one for the added power when it's placed on rear guard from hand other than by the unit's ability, or discard from hand while riding from the ride deck. Choose a card Persona ride from your ride deck, reveal it, or if you have a Vanguard Persona ride, Soul Blast 1, and put a Persona Shield ticket into your hand. This gives you added defensive power, because then also when you discard a card from the ride deck or choose a card from your hand for this card's ability, this card cannot be chosen, and also when you choose a unit being attacked, and it gets plus 10,000 to the end of that battle, and you can play 2 Blitz orders, so then you have the option for using the Persona Shield on top of another Blitz order in that turn. So just being able to add this card to your hand with the Kazakozuch for being able to have more shield power against the non-Persona Shield decks. We're also running 4 copies of Drag Ritter Letitia when it's placed on rear guard other than by a unit's card ability. If you played a normal order this turn, Soul Blast 1, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 card with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from among them, reveal it, call it to rear guard, and if it is a unit card, or put it in the hand if it's a normal order, giving you search for the normal order that we run in the deck as well, being Drago Resonance, really good order to run in the deck. And when this unit attacks a grade 3 or greater unit, this unit gets plus 5 to the end of that battle for each of your opponent's open rear guards in the same column as this unit. So with all the retire power that you can do, you can then have Latifa actually just have a bigger power increase on top of the retire power we did this turn. And the last of the grade 2s, 2 copies of the new promo Drag Ritter Nahala. If you have a grade 3 Vanguard with Worble in its card name, this unit gets boost. And from the rear guard or drop, if you have a card with the same name as this card was not bound this turn. Bind this card, choose one of your grade 3 or greater Vanguards with Worble in its card name, and it gets on the Vanguard. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, all your front row units get +5 until the end of turn. So I only have 2 copies of the promo, but if I were to run more, I would drop down 1 copy of Latifa and the 1 Kazukoza. So you could drop both of these cards to then add the additional 2 numbers to the Nahala. I know it's a more difficult promo to get since they are shot promos, but this is the lineup you would use for a 4-of count of this promo if you want to, dropping down your copies of Latifa to 3, and then the 2 copies of Kazukoza for the spot of 4 copies of Nahala. And then for the grade 1s, 2 copies of Drag Ritter Nermin. When it's placed on rearguard, counter +1, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose the 1 grade 3 or greater card from among them. Reveal it, put in your hand, shuffle the deck. If you did not reveal a card, countercharge 1. So just a good grade 3 searcher for our Vanguard Worble to then be able to have consistent Persona rides with the deck. Also, the 4 copies of Stealth Fiend Shenri. When this unit boosts, if your opponent has 1 or less rearguards or you played an aura this turn, it gets +5,000 to the end of the battle. At the end of that battle, put this unit to the soul and draw a card. So it works well with the Drago Resonance order that we mentioned before as well, giving you soul buildup and then also draw power on top of it. And then the 4 copies of Mass Bullets of Duststorm Irvins. If you have a grade 3 greater Vanguard with Worble and its card name, this unit gets all the following. When it's placed on rearguard from hand, energy charge 3. You can activate the activability of Energy Generator till the end of turn, but that's fine because we're going to use the Energy Generator more likely for just other units in the deck. And when this unit boosts, it gets +5 until the end of that battle. And this unit is boosting a grade 3 greater unit with Worble and its card name at the end of that battle, Soul Blast 1, and stay in this unit. So then you could provide an additional boost for the Worble unit, since it more than likely will be restanding as well. So then after you provide the boost with Irvins, you can restand it to then boost the Worble again. And lastly, for the grade 1s, 4 copies of the Sentinel Twin Buckler Dragon, just the standard spot. If you wanted to run Elementary Sanctitude, you could always drop down 1 copy of this grade 1 for it. And then our orders in the deck being 4 copies of Drago or Drag Resonance. We'll choose 1 of your Vanguards it gets on Vanguard when this unit stands. All your front row get +10 to end of turn. So this card just adds additional pressure power to the front row, because then when you restand your Worble, this card will then give the front row units all +10. So on top of a Persona ride, this card can also provide just an additional +10, so +20 power, not including the additional power from our trigger units, which the triggers we are running are the 7 critical, so 4 copies of Burning Flail Dragon, the 3 copies of Conduct Spark Dragon. I'm running 4 draws in the deck. We have the power with Drag Resonance and then our Vanguard as well with the Persona ride, so we just need a little more hand consistency, I've noticed with this deck. That's why I'm sticking with Flare Veil Dragon over the front. And then our heals being 4 copies of Stealth Dragon Shigatan, and our Overtrigger being Drag Veda, which with the restand power of Worble on top of this, if we use Drag Resonance for that same turn, it just adds more and more pressure altogether for our Vanguard to use against our opponent. But that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed. Like I said, just a quick update to Worble with the added promo we received in the monthly promo pack for October and November. And as always, until next time, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Kira Qualia out.